Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Mom and Son podcast. So, our guest for today is my brother, the one and only Mr. Enrique Fausto. Hello, Dikong. How are you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good.
This is your first solo interview, right? Here on the podcast.
Yeah.
We've had Papa now, we had Kuya Marty. We had you before with Kuya Marty na magkasabay. But this is the first Enrique Fausto solo episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna talk about today, something that I attribute to you mostly, would be time management. I think that it's something very applicable to everyone. It's relevant to everyone, whether your career is in finance, whether you're a student, whether you're working na, no matter where you are. Time management is a very, very essential skill. How did you start your time management skills?
Thank you for attributing it
or something.
Thank you for attributing it to me. I think it really started when I was in grade school when I joined the football varsity team. Yeah, I remember I joined like late grade 4, but I joined the team officially grade 5. And it was during that time that I was really forced to learn how this time management thing works because everyone goes to school. I think we ended around 4:30 or 5:30, and I remember we'd have training till late at night, get home so tired,
but still have to study.
Yeah, but still have to do all the homework just like any other regular student. And I remember whenever I'd go home, before I'd do anything, there's literally a corner on the table in our like library where we study, wherein I would do everything ASAP. As in, before I can do anything else, I have to finish all the homework as quickly as possible. So after doing that, then I can do anything else I want to do.
Was this something that you did on your own, or did Mama parang kind of force you to do that, or it's kind of like it was your idea ba?
Yeah, I think it was more of just because I had so little time in general. There was like quote unquote no choice but to force myself to really do everything, all like the work first before I can enjoy.
Do you remember if your grades were higher when you were in the football varsity team? Like, was there a change or parang same lang? Because I know of some people na when it's the serious competition time, parang dun tumataas yung grade. Dun pa yung tumataas yung grades nila.
Well, I think my grades were kind of same, but what I know the change was really how efficient I was with my time. Just because I had so little left, like my body and my mind had no excuse to do anything else. Because I come home and then I'm like, okay, I only have about an hour or so before dinner time. I have to finish everything right now. You know how when you have so much time, when you give yourself so much time to do work, you end up like getting tamad, and then I can do it naman later.
Yeah. If you have like a whole day of free time, parang that could be less productive pa than just an hour of time to really do your work.
Exactly. So even, from grade school, moving to high school, when I joined Dance X, similar thing. Like the fact that I set myself up to have not so much time, that's when I was kind of forced to learn how to manage my time quicker.
So you think that for students, it would be advisable pa nga to get into these extracurricular activities? Because some people might think na if you make yourself busy with a sport or with another commitment, you might actually parang baka mawala yung quality ng work mo sa studies mo, which are supposedly your priority at that time.
Yes. What I think a good way for me to explain what happened to me was when I entered college. So first year college, I didn't join any dance group. I didn't join anything. I just did pure study.
Did you join any org?
I joined, I think, the home org,
MEA.
Okay. Management Engineering Association. That's mainly it. But I remember during that time, so I had more time to study, and I did study way more, but I was kind of miserable. Like it was just study, sleep. So I remember
and seeing your lifestyle like that was one of the reasons I didn't try to go for the same course. Kasi I wasn't gonna do college that way.
Yeah, but I think what worked for me, and was that when I entered second year college, that's when I joined the company of Ateneo dancers. I joined this other org, Code,
right?
Yeah, consultants for org dev. What happened to me then was that because I had something fun to look forward to, I think that's what allowed me to have a stronger drive to study ASAP. Like, think of it this way. Even when I was dancing or playing football, because I had something fun to look forward to, I could like grind through the work.
Yeah.
So it's just more of making yourself, setting yourself up so that, okay, I have to do all the work, quote, or boring stuff right now. If not, I won't be able to do the fun stuff later.
So you kind of have to trick yourself also
Yes.
into making your brain more active in these few hours. Kasi, it's not necessarily the quantity. Well, with your example, it's not necessarily the quantity of time. Mas importante yung quality of time because I also have those experiences. Example, on a weekend, you have to do a lot of homework. You have to study for a test. Ganon. If I have a birthday or something fun to do on Saturday night, I have that. Okay, I have to be able to do all my work before I can go out to this fun party with friends. Ganun, compared to I have nothing in the weekend and on the Saturday I'm gonna kind of study and be like, I still have tonight. I still have Sunday naman eh. Compared to there's a party and then I have to finish it now because I won't get to enjoy the party as much if I think, I still have work to do tomorrow on Sunday. Yeah, so the quality really is the one that
Because I feel like you can have, let's say, 4 hours of study time versus, let's say, 2 hours of study time. But if the 2 hours were really spent like literally every single minute, you're doing something or you're taking a break na, like a timed break.
Basta productive.
Yeah, basta it's a productive 2 hours. It would beat your 4 hours of studying, kind of looking at Facebook once in a while, kind of doing this other thing. So for me, that's what allowed me to really, get to do more stuff. And I felt I was happier in general because I had other things. When I was in a first year college, I was so like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
I'm just studying.
I'm just studying. And then my grades aren't even that good.
Yeah, and there's this, this is my personal belief. There's this myth, I would call it a myth, that people would be like, in college, wag muna kasi I'm trying to settle in muna to the college life, like trying to get the hang of it. But then, I don't think it's gonna get easier. Eh. Parang people think, sige, wag muna ako magko-compete. Well, this in my example, our example of course would be dance competitions. That's what we experience. I won't compete muna in first year kasi I'm trying to get the hang of college. Second year na lang. Pero I was kind of thinking that way, but I competed anyway in first year. And then when I got to second year and I competed again, I thought, it's not like it's any different. Like, I got the hang of college more now, but it's not like it gets easier naman.
Yeah.
You just kind of get more used to it and I guess better equipped with how to deal with your time then.
Yeah, and I think another crucial factor is knowing how you are with work. For example, if you need like giving yourself like rewards for doing certain amount of work, then it would help. Like before, I remember I would go as far as like I'd have to study, I think math like every day. So I would like give myself like a chalk nut after I finished like an hour and a half of like solid study. If it wasn't like a solid study hour and a half, then I wouldn't get the chalk nut. Yeah.
Pero ikaw yung nagdedetermine.
Yes, so it was me. It was very me.
Okay.
And I think it also helps if you know people around you who are doing the same thing. Na parang, everyone's studying really hard also, so you kind of have to keep up with the other guys.
That's a good tool, no? Instead of just, I mean, of course, you should medyo fill our schedule with different activities so that parang we get more incentivized to go through the quote-unquote boring studying.
Yeah.
It would also help. I'm sure that also happened in ME na since you're around people who are very driven and really, yung parang, kasi naman ME, I would say there's a yabang factor in being ME. It's parang, I'm ME.
Meron
so you have to back it up. You have to have good grades. You have to work hard if you wanna have the right to be called that yabang. Okay, anyway, you talked about how it's hard. There are times that you look around through Facebook, you're talking about distractions. During those time nga, okay, so we already established na, okay, you have a lot of stuff on your plate. So that those few hours you have to study, you really, or to work or do something productive, you really go all in. How do you limit your distractions in those short hours? Kasi it's still possible to get distracted because it's nakakatamad nga, it's not that fun. So how do you limit the distractions?
Okay, what I would do, I think this one I did this more, what's the term? Intentionally when I was studying the first CFA during work. What I would do is I would schedule the
CFA
free time.
is a test
Yeah, it's a globally recognized
Okay.
certification for finance and investment professionals. So CFA stands for Chartered Financial Analyst.
Okay.
So 3 levels
So
of
there are
ruling.
3 tests. So it's like three board exams. May pagka ganon. And you have to
Medyo
study
ganun.
for how
6 months.
6 months per level.
Yes, per level.
Oh my
So
God.
level 1, 6 months. Level 2, another 6 months.
My God.
Level 3, another 6 months.
Okay.
And 6 months means study every day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty intense. And what I would do is I would schedule the time I can do distraction stuff. Let's say
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, listening to music, whatever. So let's say I get home after work, like, late, like 7ish or after dinner. When I start studying at 9 o'clock, I schedule na, okay, at 10:30, I can like do a little bit of, Facebook, whatever, for 15 minutes.
And well, distractions aren't necessarily just, let's make it clear lang, distractions aren't necessarily mga mindless
Yeah.
stuff na yung scrolling through your phone lang
Yeah.
ganun. It can even be like taking a walk or playing the guitar, diba? Or something quote-unquote productive also, but it's not directly related to the work you have to do.
Yes. So and it was always also be a way for me to look forward to that time. So while I'm studying, let's say 9 o'clock I'm studying, then let's say after an hour, 10 o'clock, that's when I have like a timer na, okay, pause and do something else. So from 9 to 10, I'm just hardcore studying. And I can't do, let's say I like playing guitar, I like playing piano. At 10 o'clock na yon. And then when the timer hits 10 o'clock, I stop na. I'm like, okay, bana, stop muna. And then I get to play something fun muna. Na
So
I'm
you-
also timed na 10 or 15 minutes.
So
na I
how
get
it
to
works
play.
for you is you really schedule it. Do you
Yes.
write it down or is it more
Ah,
like
no,
a mental
it's,
note?
it's just my phone's on timer. So nag-alarm yung phone ka na 10 o'clock na, so you can chill muna. So okay, then I'll time 15 minutes. Na, okay, I get to
How
play
did
piano
you-
for fun.
How did
before I
you
go back
come
to
up
it.
with this system? Did you read something or was it like a trial and error?
I think I googled it a bit before, like a long time ago. But at the end of the day, it was more of what worked. Like for some people, there's a certain time of the day that they're more productive. Like let's say, for example, for me for studying, there were sometimes I tried to do it early in the morning before going to work or going to school. Never worked for me.
Yeah.
I always didn't get to do it, so I'm like, okay.
I don't. There's this style that people do. Never worked for me. Yung it's super late na, especially yung may late night training and then you have work to do. Then they think, oh, I'll just wake up early then I'll work.
Yeah.
For me, that never worked because one, parang it's harder to sleep. Parang hindi masyadong masarap yung tulog mo kung alam mo may work ka pa
Exactly,
the next
yeah.
day. And you always take the risk of what if you don't wake up na early? Because there are those times that you just wake up an hour later
Yeah.
than planned.
Yeah. So me, it was really figuring out what works best for me. So, yun nga, is it better na I give myself a little prize after, like a snack, or how long do I have before my mind starts, getting distracted? So, max 1 hour ako eh. Or minsan, if I want 30 minutes, tapos break 2 minutes, tapos back at it. So figuring out what your mind can handle or being just more sensitive to yourself. Na parang, okay, after this many minutes, hindi ko na kaya eh. So dapat may break na ako or something like that.
Okay, zooming out now to the bigger picture, like outside of just CFA during work or studying when you were a student, how do you prioritize the different things in your life? Yung different, I'm sure, kasi people have, syempre you prioritize, there are people who really prioritize work or their health or family or this side project or anything. How do you prioritize and rank these different things?
Actually, I think for me, it's not like a set in stone thing. It's more of like there are seasons. Like for me, during the time when I was doing CFA, that was 6 months. So that's half the year.
That's CFA
So during
season.
the 6 months CFA season, the CFA studying takes like a really high on the priority list. For example, if there's a friends hangout, a random dinner, I actually really look forward to those and I value those a lot. But during CFA time, maybe not so much. Yeah. So I'd schedule it na okay, only Friday night doon lang ako pwede lumabas with friends or Saturday night para I have Monday to Thursday as well as Saturday morning, afternoon, Sunday morning.
But you
afternoon
make
to
sure they
study.
still have that
Yeah.
balance-ish.
Yeah.
Pero parang yung scale mo umiiba.
Yes.
Like you still have that balance but then more weight is given to what you prioritize
Yes. So, for example, I think the CFA is the best example I can give. Like Friday nights, Saturday nights, I made sure I had plans.
more.
Well, during CFA time.
So you'd go out every weekend?
Yes,
right?
I would still go out. Friday would be my day off of no studying at all. Saturday would be I have to study the whole day except at night. Night I have to go out. So what I would do Monday to Thursday, wala, no as in bawal. I can't. If people ask me if I'm free, I'm not free. Kasi Monday to Thursday.
You just kind of set it na. And
Yeah.
more of like a, depending where they're gonna eat or sino yung
Wala nang
kasama.
ganun,
It's just, okay, you take away the choice. Parang you take away that situation where you have to make a choice.
Yes.
Kasi diba, yung,
Yeah.
if you have to rely on willpower, yun yung mas mahirap. That's why I think for me, an example would be diets. I like gumagana sa akin yung diet delivery. Yung it's set na what food I'm
No
gonna
choice
eat for the
ka na.
day. Yeah. And maybe, okay, what would happen is some weeknights, especially if there's like a date, ganun, okay, I'll have a buy dinner. Parang I won't follow it, ganun. Compared to each meal is, okay, I'll have to be healthier. I'll have to choose I have to consciously bawas the rice
Yes.
or look for more gulay, ganun. Okay, gets.
So ganun siya. As much as possible, you decide before it happens. So like for the start of the week, I've decided, actually every single week, I've decided already na Monday to Thursday is study time. Friday night, Saturday night is going out time. Whether it's in date with my girlfriend or if it's hang out with friends. The Friday night and Saturday night should have that.
It's not studying time. No?
Yeah, it's not studying time.
That's where the balance comes in.
Oh, that's the only way I feel like I stayed sane.
And
'Cause I'd go
touching
out
into
pa
the
rin.
topic, connecting to the funness of the free time or the social time with your friends, I believe, and I had this talk last weekend because I had dance training for 808 Studio, and then after that I had to host the Ika prom. So in between, I had to look for somewhere I could take a shower.
Yeah.
I took a bath in my friend's house in Acropolis, and then I had like an hour and a half. So I took a bath, then parang we watched Friends for mga 40 minutes. Ganun. And I really enjoyed that, yung you're talking about 40 minutes. Kasi I had work before and I had work after. But I had that like mini pocket of relaxation. But if I would take away, let's say, a random Saturday, and then you spend 3 hours, ganun, just doing that thing, parang chilling, it's not as fun as when I had work to do. I feel like keeping yourself busy, having productive work that you have to do, ganun, makes the free time even more fun.
Yeah. Like
That's what I experienced.
I even felt that there was a time when I used to play talaga every night. I'd play like piano or guitar. And I remember it was during those times I was studying so hard for CFA that I was looking for it more. Na parang I needed this break. I needed something else. Versus when I was tapos na, parang I was done studying na, I didn't even play as much na parang everyday na. Kasi hindi na siya as masasarap kasi yung other activities when you have that serious, work productive.
I'm sure
work.
lots of students can relate to this one. When I would Netflix back when I was a student, like if it's summertime and then you just binge watch Netflix, okay lang, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
but
chill.
then parang each episode is much funnier and parang mas masarap yung panonood ko ng each episode if it's during the school week na parang that's my break or lunchtime manonood ako ng isang episode. Parang it's a wow, sarap mag Netflix.
It's actually I feel it's a quality time with fun. Alam mo yun, yung because you have a lot of work time. The fun time becomes something you look forward to more and you really make the most out of.
Yeah. So I guess it could be another tactic to trick yourself. Diba? You trick yourself so that there's something fun to look forward to so that you work even better. But if you want to look at it the other way, na, I don't want to do the work naman talaga. You can make your motivation na, okay, I want my fun time to be more fun. How can I do that? I should look for more productive stuff to do. So that when it's party time,
Sobrang enjoy.
it's really more fun. Okay, to conclude our episode, could you give just a few tips to people on how to manage their time better based on your style? To begin it, of course, the context is that everybody has a different style. Maybe you work better in the morning before work or school.
Yeah.
But this is Enrique Fausto's style.
Yeah. So first is you preset the important stuff. So that has to be scheduled ahead of time. Now, okay, at this day, at this time, I'm gonna do this important thing number 1. para all the other not so important things will come later on na. Tsaka man isingit yung mga yun. Dapat the important stuff has to be scheduled
You
first.
have to plan it talaga.
Yeah, you have to plan
there's
it
this one
talaga.
saying that I'm understanding more and more now. Yung if you failing to plan is planning to fail.
Exactly.
You really need to
Yeah.
make it clear. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the first. Second would really be very sensitive to yourself, to your working style, what works best for you. How can you motivate yourself to do things? Because that's the one that I feel like is gonna be a major game changer. If you'll be spending 1 hour na medyo studying or versus 1 hour na seriously talagang efficient all the way. And then I think one last step would really be finding ways to reward yourself in the end of it all. Kasi you have to remember why you're doing certain things. And if you know why you're studying for this, if you know why you're gonna spend time with this person or what, then it puts everything into perspective. Na, okay, kasi if you're just studying just for the sake, I just have to finish this.
Yeah.
Then you won't be motivated to really push through it. If you remind yourself what the reason is, then parang at least, on a daily basis, you're able to kind of pump yourself up to do
I
the
think
work.
that's the importance of having mini milestones. Like
Yeah.
the reason why I guess a school year isn't just one long school year.
Mm-hmm.
Before we'd have quarters or terms or sems. Parang you need those checkpoints na yes, I've had this much accomplished already. Parang you can
Yeah.
already know that I already achieved this much. Then you're kind of motivated to go on to the next until you reach the next mini milestone.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any last words of advice when it
For
comes
time
to
management?
managing time? So
At
you
the
have
end
those
of
3
it,
tips.
yeah. At the end of it, more than actual time management, it's really priority management. You just have to make sure that you give
Yeah.
time to what you prioritize first.
There's this saying that you have the same number of hours in a day as Beyonce.
Exactly.
So everybody has 24 hours. I think that's why we always hear, although I'm not in that phase, I don't know if I'll ever be in that phase, yung mga CEOs, they all wake up at 4 a.m.,
Yeah.
5 a.m., ganyan. Me, I don't think I'll ever, sharing nga, I don't think I'll ever
Wake
be able
up that
to do
early.
it. Kasi, lots of my work is at night. Parang dun yung style ko,
Yeah.
yung nga, going to your tip, that would be my style na I would be more productive at night also. So, if I'd wake up at 5, edi kulang ako sa tulog.
Wala rin. Oh,
Yeah.
hindi na
But then
productive.
hopefully baka my style would change. Like, it comes with age.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much for your time in this episode.
Of course.
Looking forward to the next episode. Thank you. The Mom and Son podcast airs every Tuesday, 7 a.m. and can be streamed on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout.com, and YouTube. Just search Mom and Son podcast for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between. Leave a comment so other listeners may find this podcast. If you have any questions or suggested topics, email us at antonfausto@gmail.com.